welcome to Epic Geek Out, the only show on the internet where the next odd couple movie stars Thor and Loki. I'm your host, Rob.
And I'm your host, Chad, and today we're talking about the latest Marvel film, Thor: The Dark World.
And then later on in the week, we're going to be reviewing, what is it again?
World of Tanks.
World of Tanks.
Xbox 360 beta, which is out right now. As always, you can follow us over at Twitter at Epic Geek Out. Also, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel.
You could like us on Facebook, facebook.com/EpicGeekOut, and you can also check out the website, www.epicgeekout.com. But let's get into our review of Thor: The Dark World. So we're back with another Marvel movie. The tagline on the commercials was saying, "An Avenger is back." So we are reviewing today Thor: The Dark World, starring Chris Hemsworth, Natalie Portman, Tom Hiddleston, and this is a continuation in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. This one obviously surrounds Thor. We have some of the characters returning from the first movie that really weren't highlighted in the in the Avengers. So it's Natalie Portman's character, and they're really a big part of the movie. So in this one, you have this kind of dark force from the beginning of time coming to kind of destroy all of the realms. Of course, Thor has to stop it. They tie Loki in because all the fangirls want more Tom Hiddleston in the movies. Chad, what did you think of Thor?
Yeah, I think the first one I really liked a lot. More than I thought I would.
Okay.
Just because it's not a character that I'm super excited to see.
Yeah.
On film. But I liked it. I liked that there was kind of different, different change of pace, different type of movie because it's like the Valhalla type stuff. Like the Vikings and all that cool stuff. So I like that. This is pretty much on par with that. I mean, it's more
Vikings
of the same.
in space, pretty much.
Yeah. There's a lot more Asgard in this, which was interesting. More Odin and stuff.
And other worlds too. So it's
definitely.
really stretching out that whole Marvel cinematic realms. It's not just the Earth anymore.
Yeah, it definitely got pretty extreme into that, which I think they're kind of testing the waters a little bit. I mean, it's a Marvel movie, so we're gonna like it. What specifically?
But how much did you like it?
What specifically I liked about this?
Yeah.
You got Loki plays a large part in this, and he's awesome as always. And it's their relationship is great. I really liked Natalie Portman's character in this because she actually served a purpose in the plot and the way they explained her getting to Asgard. Because you see that in the commercials. I liked that explanation and kind of just the way they explained everything. The way it was happening made sense. Like, for example, I was worried you see the commercials, all the devastation on Earth, how is S.H.I.E.L.D. not there, how the Avengers not there, but it makes sense in the context of the movie. I thought there was a lot of really imaginative and fun things in this movie that was really unique. I mean, everything down to, there's some aerial battles, and they felt really cool and unique. A lot of the ships and stuff felt new and original. A lot of the weapons.
You think that?
Yeah, I did.
They reminded me a lot of Cylon ships and just some things like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean that's nitpicking.
Well,
but
yeah. But the weapons were cool. They had a bomb that basically opened a black hole.
That was awesome. That was
and sucked
really
people in,
cool.
which was cool.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really cool and imaginative. And also, there's a scene at the end. I don't want to spoil it too much, but it basically deals with portals. And I thought that was such a cool cinematic thing to come up with. And it was shot well. And it was just a unique idea, and it was refreshing to see that. It did get a little long at parts. I felt it could have maybe been sped along towards the kind of middle to beginning part. But once the action kind of ramps up, it's really fun and cool. I thought the enemy was pretty interesting, especially the kind of the cursed, they call them, I guess, where they are kind of this crazy epic dark thing.
Well, the Dark Elves, Malekith's character?
Played
by the former Doctor.
The curse when they grab the thing and they turn into this
gotcha.
epic stone monster type thing. I thought that was cool. So overall, and there was a lot of emotional weight in certain parts with some of the things that happened. I don't want to spoil anything, but it definitely brought a different layer to the franchise that I thought was refreshing. Overall, I liked it. I mean, but I was expecting to like it, so I wasn't blown away, but I also, I wasn't underwhelmed.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, I also enjoyed the movie. What I really enjoyed is the character arc that Thor had in it, that he kind of is now, he took on an Avenger. He kind of fits into his role, who does he serve? He kind of serves all of the realms kind of
Right.
thing. So I like that. His interactions with Loki, they might have been a little too jovial at points for me, where I thought, like, you got to remember what, happened
True,
before. They made a big point, and you see this in the previews, that, he couldn't trust them, things like that. And I do understand it's still his brother, stuff like that, but it just was a little too jokey at points, whereas I would have liked the comic relief just to fall into, like, a Natalie Portman's friends, like that, like what was happening back on Earth. I didn't need that when we were on Asgard. I wanted more just action.
Right.
The action scenes were cool. It's a really neat mix of swords plus lasers plus black hole grenades plus flying ships plus things like that. It reminded me of like some of the things we saw in John Carter, but I think this movie did it better.
Yeah.
When you're on Asgard, you feel like you're in a Lord of the Rings movie with the way it's shot, with just the surroundings. Even though it's very, spacey plus, mythic, it still kind of felt grounded at points, which was good. I like Thor's team also. Their battle scenes, I think, were really good. The action was very good in the movie. The humor did break it up at points, and I enjoyed. Did you find the humor good?
Yeah, I mean, I thought it was on par. I mean, obviously not as good as Avengers, but it was that same kind of like style. So,
and I don't think it really like took off. It didn't really do as much as I would have liked to see moving the Marvel universe into Phase 2. Like, whereas Iron Man 3 did nothing. It was a singular story.
I don't know, the extra scene, I think, did.
The extra scene was good. Also, we won't go into it, but there are two scenes, one at the tail end of, like, the visual credits, and then one at the very end of the credits, so, stick around. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie. I mean, he is a great Thor. Yeah. I mean, he just fits so well in that role, and yeah, I thought it was really well done.
I also agree that I think I liked where they ended him, because at the end of the first Thor movie, you're like, well, how the heck is he going to come back for the Avengers? Like, this makes no sense. And kind of at the end of the Avengers, it felt like, well, why is he going to stay on Earth to help? But now it feels like he has a purpose. He has defined his role. He is an Avenger. He's going to be on Earth. Like,
and they also did a good job explaining why he didn't visit for 2 years. And, there's a moment where Natalie Portman just straight up confronts him about it. And he's like, yeah, kind of saving the rest of the world. So, like, it made sense that he,
as a result of stuff that happened,
didn't come back. It also made sense that she was put in the situation where this could have happened to her because of her scientific background.
Right.
Some other faults, the portals that we were talking about, they were all very well placed. As soon as someone's falling, they're going into it. Kind of hokey at points, but when you're watching it, it's very visually pleasing, and they also even had the moment to throw in some humor as well into the final fight scene, which I think really means a lot. So yeah, this is it's a Marvel movie.
It's good.
We like them. So yeah.
Yeah. So check out Thor. We didn't see it in 3D, but it's also available in 3D. And I think it would be interesting because there's a lot of really cool visual stuff. So
and also in 3D, I think you get 5 minutes of the Captain.
Right.
Yeah.
Find it online, hopefully.
Yeah, I know, that's what we need.
So check out Thor.
It's that time of the episode where we like to give our thanks. Chad, what are you thankful for today?
I gotta say thanks for something that I actually personally did not get to do or go to, but it's a concept called bar camps, and they're all over the place all the time. But there's a big one in Philly this past weekend, and the whole concept is an unconference, so it's for tech and geeky people, and you kind of go to this conference. It's like $15, and you can there's a big board, and you sign up. You put a topic on an index card and post it up on the board in the time slots. And then you can go to listen to different things. It can be anything technical from like web design, but then can be really fun, like zombie apocalypse, survival tips and stuff like that. So just a really cool idea. You also get beer and food, which is always good.
Always a plus.
Yeah. So I mean, I want to go check one out. They're all over the place. So check out your area, see if they have one there. And I think I've talked to people that have gone, and they said it's really awesome. So.
Yeah, very cool. I'm going to stay in the theme of Marvel today and thank some news that just broke this week. Netflix and Marvel have agreed to 4 TV series deal where it's going to culminate into the Defenders, a mini series after the series actually air, which is just incredible. I think it's great, and I think Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is building a little bit of steam. They're going to have a Thor tie-in in November, which I think will be interesting, and I'm excited to see that. And I just hope that they're able on Netflix to kind of go a little more darker. These are grittier, heroes that we're dealing with. So I think it's just incredible. Like the TV side is taking leaps just like the movies did. So that's incredible. So check that out for more information. But I'm excited to see that. So
yeah, definitely. So we'll be back next time talking about World of Tanks, the Xbox 360 beta. So make sure you check back for that. But thanks for watching this episode, and we'll see you next time.